Gilgamesh and oral culture. So Gilgamesh begins as an oral text and then is transposed, transliterated into a written text. But it still retains its oral qualities. There's still a great deal of orality going on in the text. Um, and this is a problem for us, the modern reader, because we are textual literate people, uh, where everything is rendered to us via the written word. Um, and so we have lost the capacity, to a great degree, I would say, to really appreciate and engage oral culture. That's not to say that we still don't have an oral culture, but the oral culture that we live in now is what is referred to as secondary orality, where it is, yes, we are speaking in an oral way, we're using the spoken word, but it is still, it's referencing or it's riffing off of a basic literate and textual foundation. So anyway, looking at Gilgamesh and oral culture, um, we have to keep in mind that before writing and the text or the book, people communicated in oral fashion in order to communicate, to tell stories, to preserve memory. And as we know, the ability to retain memory via oral means is difficult. Our mind doesn't seem to have the speed, the flexibility and capacity to keep up with oral flow. Hence, oral culture uses structures that slow down and preserve verbal communication. In general, oral cultures use aesthetic, poetic, musical forms to communicate and preserve the individual elements of meaning in our language. So these poetic, musical, aesthetic elements would include metaphorical expression, poetic, metrical rhythm, repetition, circular repetition, and the fragmentary, the symbolic, the ruin, the lacuna. Okay, so those four things, more or less, are what define the structures of oral culture. Okay, so I'm going to go through them one by one and give you a few things to think about with it.